What is the street parking vault?
The street parking vault is one workout a week for 25 weeks with the goal of helping you build consistency.
You can do any version of the workout.
You can customize these workouts to make them work for your equipment and fitness levels.
Each week, log your workout before the time is up.
Remember, your scores do not matter.
You just can't miss.
All right, everybody, it is week 11, and we've found the Oasis. I'm gonna be doing the sandbag thruster version extra challenge, and my partner, Drew, is gonna be doing program A with wall balls and wall walks and the bike. So technically, I guess that's program C. If for all of the different options and for all the customizations for this workout, make sure to head to the app or my.streetparking.com.
All right, here we go. Kicking off. All right, here we go, and we're kicking off Oasis.
Oasis. Oh my, here we go.
A very common name.
What is the workout Oasis, Julian?
So what we have today is on a 16-minute running clock, an 800-meter run. At the 6-minute mark, you will begin your 10-minute AMRAP of 12 wall ball and 1 wall walk. Now, you can also replace the wall balls in this version with 12 sandbag thrusters, which is actually what Miranda is going to be doing today. And what we have here is Drew doing program C, which is 60 cal on the bike. And same thing, at the 6-minute mark, the 10-minute AMRAP begins.
Nice. So you can replace the wall ball with a 9 sandbag thruster if you're doing the regular version. Miranda's doing extra challenge,
so
she'll be doing the 12 sandbag
Okay, nice.
thrusters because it's an extra challenge.
Very nice.
She's also running further, so instead of an 800-meter run, she's running 1,200 meters.
Oh, nice. Okay, great.
In 6 minutes.
Okay.
Which, personally, I feel is impossible, but I'm sure it's possible for Miranda.
Yeah, she's going to be pushing the pace, and again, this is definitely knowing your limits. You got to kind of, for her, that's going to look like about 2 minutes per 400. So it's doable, but she's just got to maintain a pretty quick pace to be able to accomplish that, which again, she has it in her to do that. Again, that's why it is the extra challenge.
Yeah, because it's extra challenging.
Yes, it's extra challenging.
It is extra challenging.
Nicole, would you do the extra challenge in this version?
I mean, look, I could try it, but I wouldn't actually do it, if you know what I'm saying.
Oh, for sure.
First of all, I would come back past the 6 minutes.
You'd get time capped at the 6 minute.
Now, if it was switched and I had 10 minutes to do it,
right,
and then it was a 6-minute AMRAP, perhaps, which,
by
the way, is what Drew originally thought the workout was. So when he found out it was the other way around,
he's got to push pace.
He was like, oh man, this is a game changer.
We got to push pace. We're looking at Drew. Honestly, I think I can see Drew finishing around 3:45, 4 minutes for this. That's about 15 cals per minute.
I love that for him.
I think I'm looking at the pace that he's going at. I can definitely tell he's going to finish in that range.
Oh, he should definitely be able to.
For sure.
He's liking this assault bike today. He's normally on, I think, an Echo bike.
Oh, okay. All right.
And so today he's getting to hit it with the assault bike, and he's got some legs on him.
He's got some legs. There's definitely
some power in those legs.
There's some girth. There's some thickness there.
Yeah, he's got some power, so he's going to be able he should be able to get through that no problem. Now,
awesome.
If someone isn't doing A or C, what is the shift version of today's workout?
The shift version of today is 3 minutes of continuous movement, and then you'll rest 1 minute into an 8-minute AMRAP of 10 air squats and 2 inchworm.
That sounds nice.
Absolutely. All right, so let's talk about this next section of the workout, because you look at that, You're like, oh, that doesn't seem so bad, but
Yeah,
your shoulders
we're
might
3 minutes away from this next section.
your shoulders might tell you otherwise.
Yeah.
So I'm curious. They got to stay nice and relaxed because a lot of us tend to be really tight when we run,
Yeah.
really stiff.
Yeah.
We don't relax enough. So make sure you relax on that run. Right. Find a smooth, continuous pace that you can follow. Pay attention to that heart rate. Don't want to spike it too much. So when we come back in, you have plenty of recovery time. Get your mind right. Figure out how you're going to split up this workout.
Okay. Oh my.
Okay. Yep. 3:30. Wow.
There we
Around
go.
sub
3.5 minutes done with that first portion of the
Okay.
workout. So now he can kind of hang out and relax, huh?
Oh man, he pushed that pace. Great.
So if you push the pace on that first portion, what would you be wanting to do now?
You just sit down.
Sit down?
Sit down. Let the legs rest a little bit. Relax. Yeah, I wouldn't be wanting to move around too much, but whatever works for the individual. Because I
Okay.
mean, after that, 2 minutes doesn't end up. It seems long, but once you're finished with that first part, that time flies.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna go interview Drew real quick. Hey Drew, that was a solid pace. How do you feel after the bike?
It might have been a bad life decision. Guess I'm out here in a little bit. Legs are a little more blown up than I expected, but lungs are okay.
Well, good luck going into this next portion.
Well, I'll need it.
All right, he said maybe it was a poor life decision, Julian. His legs are blown up a bit. But we'll see how this next portion goes.
If that's what's going to happen in that first section, I would definitely break up the wall ball into two sets for the first couple rounds until you feel maybe you've recovered enough. And then eventually you'll find a steady flow. But if you try to go right into the set of 12 unbroken with how he's feeling, not a good idea because the legs are just going to end up taking a huge hit.
Yeah.
All right, they have 1 minute left.
Definitely a special reminder for anyone who is looking to maybe do the extra challenge or maybe use a sandbag instead or do thrusters instead of wall ball. Just make sure you check out the coach's notes, what different rep variations are available for you, because if you use, say, a sandbag, you're not going to do as many reps as a wall ball. So just check out the coach's notes for variations there. Now, Julian, let's talk about Oasis, the workout itself, what it means. What is the Oasis?
So Oasis is an area made fertile by a source of fresh water in an otherwise dry and arid region. So Miranda came in at around 5:30. That's really good. She really pushed the pace on that.
She's gonna have enough time to just barely take
Wow,
off the
yeah,
sweatshirt,
she
get
went
ready for the next bit.
Wow. All right.
That was super fast. How you feeling, Miranda?
Uh-oh, here we go.
She said she can't breathe. Never a good sign, but she's gonna get it together.
Now,
for
she
sure.
made a personal goal to go extra challenge for this year's vault.
For every
single
vault, right?
one, yeah. she
And
did.
here we are. They're off into the AMRAP portion. What's the AMRAP portion again, Julian?
So we're looking at here a 12 wall ball into one wall walk, or 9 sandbag thrusters and 1 wall walk. However, Miranda's doing the extra challenge, which she's on 12 sandbag thrusters.
Heck yeah. So back to what Oasis is. It's an area that's fertile and gorgeous in basically the middle of a desert because there's some water. So earlier you guys saw the Nile. You would have an oasis on the outside of the Nile. So the workout connection for this one is you're going to be running to that oasis, right? If you're in the middle of the desert, you got to run to the oasis. And then the quote-unquote nice portion of the oasis is this beautiful little AMRAP because there's an end to it, right?
That's so crazy to think about that, right? Like a random freshwater area in a dry, arid region. The thought of
It's out of nowhere.
It's crazy. It's crazy. All right. That was 1 round in. Drew is on round 2.
It's beautiful. They're already rushing this workout,
You
coming
can
right
see
off
it. The
of that
shoulders
fast
are really
run.
taking a hit already. Nice. Drew's wall walks look really good, really solid.
Yeah, I asked
in
him how he
control.
felt about the wall walks. He said, and I quote, "I'm short, so that's great. I don't have a long way to go."
He's got a lot of muscle mass on him, though. That's
Sure does. Pushes himself straight up that wall. Here we go to the wall balls, smooth and steady. Those are looking easy as well.
nice. Here she goes. She's staying nice and calm here on these thrusters. She's pausing at the top, not rushing, not spiking her heart rate, just keeping a smooth, steady pace. This first three or four rounds might take her a little bit to recover, and then she'll get into a nice, good pace after that.
They're both on the wall walk now. Now Miranda also, with the extra challenge, is doing 2 wall walks.
Yeah, 2 wall walks. I mean,
Which
shoulders
is
take a hit.
twice as many wall walks, Julian.
Good observation, Nicole.
Thank
Good
you.
observation.
Thank you.
All right, I think starting round 4. Drew's on round 4. Possibly. Yes.
That's great.
Yes,
so
he's on round 4, yes.
in this one, you guys are going to be scoring the total time it takes for your run and the total number of rounds and reps. So when you get in from that run, jot down the time real quick, and then, you know, have something around to keep track of your rounds, because this one's going to go fast and furious.
Sit down.
Ooh,
So-
nice. I think she's going sets of maybe 8 and 4. Looks like it might be what she's doing here.
For anyone else who might be doing the sandbag thrusters, do you have any tips for those?
Really, hold on. I'm trying to see here. I think she's going. Hold on. 4, 5. So she's going a set of 7 and then 5. It seems to be really good, working really well for her. And I actually kind of like that approach a little bit. Instead of going half and half, there's something psychological about going over the halfway mark, so that way the second set is not a halfway mark or even like or a bigger set, right? It's something that keeps you in it. You don't have as many reps. It feels good. So, yeah, 7 and 5 I think is a good way to break that up if you're ever feeling super fatigue there on those thrusters, if you're doing that version there. What was the question, Nicole?
My question was, if anyone else is doing a sandbag thruster, do you have any tips on that movement there?
You want to keep those elbows up as high as possible, because what I'm seeing with Mur, the elbows are dropping a little bit. Luckily, she has the experience and the strength necessary to keep moving on a workout like this. But for a lot of us, you know, that really tends to weigh on those shoulders a bit. So the higher you can keep your elbows, the better it's going to be. That way it's not so taxing on the shoulders, but I mean, there's not really much escaping here. Again, just breaks, quick breaks.
Yeah. Probably not breaking and keeping
Right, because
the
you're
weight
under
in your
tension.
arms.
Yeah, the thing is you're
Yeah.
under tension the whole time, whereas a wall ball, once you throw that weight up there, you have a moment to recover, just a slight second to recover before you have to catch and receive and then go into the next rep. So
Looks like Drew also has that swim technique.
he's
when
got
he
it.
does
He's got the
wall
swim
ball.
going. He's got the swim.
Oh, here we go. Looking for a synchro wall walk.
All right, they are about in the 5-minute range. They have about 5 minutes left in this AMRAP here. Nice. Drew just finished his 6th round. He's definitely going to be able to crush. He's definitely going to be able to hold around a minute. Let me see here. Yeah, I think so. I think he might be able to go the 10, 11 rounds, actually.
Yeah, we are looking at a goal of 7 to 11 rounds, so
Perfect.
he's definitely on track for that. Which version do you think you're going to do for this one, Julian?
I'll definitely do the extra challenge, which is the 2 wall walks for sure, the 1,200-meter run. But what I might do, honestly, is go 30-pound ball.
Oh my!
I might go with 30-pound ball.
30-pound ball,
I think it's just an appropriate challenge, because looking at the goal range, I know that I can definitely hit the higher end of the goal.
Okay.
So for me, it's about like, okay, well, let me find a way to challenge myself further and stick in that window still. And it's just for, you know, personal growth at this point.
Yeah. How do you feel about the longer run in terms of pacing?
The pacing, I think, you know, me and Mur are pretty like, you know, we're pretty close when it comes to that, you know, speed-wise.
Okay.
I definitely will probably come in that, you know, 5:15, 5:30 range. Recover a little bit. My shoulder stamina is pretty. It's up there when it comes to shoulder movements, shoulder overhead and stuff. So, yeah, that's how I'm going to challenge myself. I'm going to go 30-pound wall ball.
Okay.
And 2 wall walks.
With 2 wall walks
Yeah, for
and a
sure.
30-pound wall ball,
Yeah.
like you said, the shoulders are going to blow up a bit. Do you have any recommendations on the wall ball or the wall walk portion?
You know, Mur's doing something, I was going to point it out before you asked the question. When she comes down off her second one, as opposed to pressing out of it, which is another push-up, her shoulders are so taxed, she's just noticing she's rolling out of it.
Yeah.
There she is. There, she's rolling out of it.
Okay.
And then saving her shoulders, you know, because it's a lot. It's a lot. So there's a reason for that.
I had no idea. I just thought that was
No, it's
her
that
thing.
way. Yeah, because you're, you know, saving the shoulders from another push-up press position, you know, situation there.
Okay. Very cool. All right, so we are coming up on the 13th minute here. That means we have, what, 3 minutes left?
Oh yeah, you can see it. Drew's pushing pace. He's, oh man. Yeah, we're gonna get to that 11 round range for him.
Very nice.
So we're looking at what, 120? If he does 11, 132? Would it be 132 if he does 11 rounds? I think so.
Sure. let me break out my
Confirm
handy
that.
dandy calculator. All right, so we're doing the
So you
12,
would go 12
times 11.
Boom.
132, nailed it.
Yeah.
I'm impressed. That is indeed a lot of wall balls.
Yeah, because what you want to look at here is, because I think if I went with a 20-pound ball, I'd be pushing to get, I'd probably hit 100, close to the 150 wall ball range.
Yeah.
And it's great, but I'm going to try to get over 100 wall balls with the 30-pound ball. That's like my personal goal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Noted.
Yes, we'll see how it goes.
Exactly.
All right, the sub 2, they're at the sub 2 minute mark now.
2 minutes, guys, 2 minutes.
Okay, yeah, here we go. He's hit that 10th round.
They are both
Where is
looking
that?
very happy to be in this workout right now.
Let me see here.
2 minutes left. At this point, it's just ride it out till the end.
Here we go. Everything's looking great. Everything's looking great. So a couple notes, and I'm glad I thought about this now before the workout's over. So Drew's going to a 9-foot target, right? That right there is a 9. His ball is hitting above the 9-foot mark. Now, not all of us have the luxury to have a 10-foot target, which is what's recommended for the gentleman. But it's okay. There's a couple options, right? I think this is appropriate. This is allowing him to get within the goal range still, right? He's going to go past it by probably 1 round. A little over 1 round on the higher end, but what I told him earlier, I was like, hey, if the height is shorter, this is where you can grab a heavier ball. Go with the 30-pound ball, to a lower target, and it's, so make adjustments.
He really turned on the heat for
He did. He's going for it.
Coming off of that last wall ball, or coming off of that last wall walk, he's going for it on these wall balls.
Murr's gonna finish this round here. Drew's gonna finish this round as well. Yeah.
I think he's trying to get into the next one, see how many he can get. He really upped the pace there.
He's going for it. He's gonna go for it, and he'll be able to do a couple more wall balls in this right here.
Now normally Drew's
okay,
working
Murr's
out
coming
at
back to the ball, to the sandbag. All right. Yep. Reps are gonna be completed here in this next round. Let's go, Drew. Get a couple reps in. Come on.
Drew normally works out
10
at 5
seconds.
o'clock in the morning, so this is definitely a different time zone for him, and he's still crushing it.
And 3, 2, 1, and time. There it is.
Very nice.
Wow. Oh, man.
Miranda's shoulders are mad at her
they
right
are
now.
lit.
They're pissed.
Yeah, so a lot of info that we just gave here, a lot of adjustments that you can make on how to approach this workout here, Oasis, okay? Can't wait for you guys to tackle this at home. Figure out what works best for you.
I can tell you right now, the extra challenge is not what's going to work out best for me, but I'm excited to watch you do the extra challenge.
Yeah, and another thing is too, hey, Fitness Freedom, maybe if you feel like you have the ability to go extra challenge reps on the AMRAP, go for it. And if you know your endurance isn't there for the run, it's okay. Just stick to the 800-meter run. There's no need to increase.
Now
just
that I might be able to do.
Yeah, so just make a note, right?
Like a half extra challenge.
Just make a note.
Very nice.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's head over to Miranda for some tips on Oasis.
All right.
And she can let you know how to approach this workout.
That delt though.
Painful.
Oh my gosh.
It's really painful.
My last wall up was so sketchy. Whew. Whew.
That escalated real quick.
You got like 11 rounds, right?
12 plus 4.
Wow. Oh. Ouch. So, I knew, for me personally, I knew if I ran the 800 that I would have enough time to rest. I knew that for me, my running pace, the 1200 would not give me a lot of rest at all. But that's what the vault is all about, is to like push yourself, right? So for you, that might mean where normally you would customize an 800 to 400, try to 600 and see what happens. Or maybe you don't want to go all the way up to 1200, but you think you could maybe do 1000. And same with the calories and everything. So don't be afraid to push yourself on that part. I would say especially if you're not usually comfortable with that sort of thing. Almost all the thrusters I did in 7 and 5. So if you're doing the 12 wall balls, that would also work if you need to break them. I didn't want to break them more than that because I knew I'd end up doing too much rest. And then, I mean, the wall walks are just, you got to take a second before you go. But I think that 7 to 11 range is great. I think we could have pushed Drew to go further on the bike, or maybe had him go up in the wall balls and keep the wall walk the same or something. But again, fitness freedom, the workout is there as a template, but you want to make it challenging for you where you're still able to hit that goal range. So I got 7 plus 8. So I was in the goal, but barely. So that was a great setup for me today. If you guys are doing the single dumbbell thruster, again, if you only have one option for weight, feel free to go up or down on the reps so that you don't have to break it into more than like 2 sets. Have fun with this one. I don't know what part was supposed to feel like an Oasis. I guess that 28 seconds of rest in between, but maybe it's right now. So good job, Drew. Crushed it. I can't wait to watch you because I was like in my own cycle over there.
Kind of watched you out of the corner of my eye, and then I just had to focus on what I was doing. What I would just say is I thought after getting off the assault bike that it would be more of a squatting workout. It's absolutely shoulder and upper body. So for me, I just try to use the technique of lost my train of thought. Of swinging, putting my arms down, swinging my arms after I let go of the wall ball. Just that fraction of a second of giving my arms a break, I think really helped, because I think leaving your arms overhead to try to catch the ball will not end very well. So fun workout. I'm glad it's over. Won't touch a wall ball for a while. So have fun with this one.
Welcome to week 11 of the Street Parking Vault. This week we have Oasis. Your program A workout of the day is on a 16-minute clock. You're gonna run 800 meters. Then you're gonna rest until the 6-minute mark. At the 6-minute mark, you're gonna start a 10-minute AMRAP, so as many rounds or reps as possible in 10 minutes, of 12 wall balls and 1 wall walk. You're gonna continue to alternate between the wall balls and wall walks for 10 minutes. You have 2 scores for this workout. Your first score is gonna be how long the 800-meter run takes you, and your second score is gonna be your total number of completed rounds plus any additional reps. And your goal for that run should be anywhere between 3.5 minutes and 5.5 minutes. And your goal for part 2 is anywhere between 7 and 11 rounds. All right, guys, we have a doozy today. So for that 800-meter run, you want to be confident with that distance. So if you know that it's going to take you well over 5 minutes, what you can do is slightly reduce that distance so you have at least a minute rest before you get into that AMRAP. Now, when you get into that AMRAP, the combination of these 2 movements is going to get a bit spicy. If you're confident in your wall balls, you know you can do the 12 unbroken, no problem, go for the extra challenge. If you're not super confident with your wall balls, we recommend breaking them up into 2 sets because your quads are going to feel this one. When you get into those wall walks, try to keep a good position and not get sloppy with them, and really press into the floor throughout the entire movement. To see the detailed demos of the movements in today's workout, as well as those customization options to make this workout work for you, head on over to my.streetparking.com. Welcome to week 11 of the Street Parking Vault Oasis. Your shift workout today is going to be 3 minutes of continuous movement, followed by 1 minute of rest, then an 8-minute AMRAP, as many rounds or reps as possible, of 10 air squats and 2 inchworms. Your score for this workout is the total number of completed rounds plus any additional reps. And the goal for this workout is anywhere between 7 and 10 rounds. We have 3 minutes of continuous movement today, and we know that's a big ask, but we want you guys to challenge yourself today. You can go out for a jog, a brisk walk, you can even mix and match a few different pieces of equipment, but we want you guys to try to shoot for 3 minutes without stopping. Now, when you have that minute rest, try to collect yourself, get your heart rate back down before you jump into that AMRAP. On the AMRAP, really focus on nice good squats and keeping your body nice and tight as you work your way through those inchworms. To see the detailed demos of the movements in today's workout, as well as those customization options to make this workout work for you, head on over to my.streetparking.com.